I wanted all the benefits of having a natural labor. So that really fueled me overcoming that fear. And it was so empowering. Like, I overcame one of my biggest fears with the Lord. And like, okay, if I could do that, I could do anything.
Welcome to Mommispace. My name is Deanna, your hostess, and I am a new mom. I selfishly created this podcast to get some advice and inspiration from the moms in my community who are doing amazing things while raising their families. I've realized motherhood is hard, but knowing I'm not alone in this call makes all the difference, and I hope you feel refreshed as you listen. Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to Mommispace. I'm Bree, and today I am here with Deanna Skolos. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. I met you through, actually, it was Charlie from Gospel House. And I remember coming to your house. You guys all lived together at the time. And you had a little baby girl, and I was pregnant at the time. So then we just kind of connected over that and have since become friends. And I'm super excited to talk to you today about your journey into motherhood.
Yeah.
But before we get started, would you just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're located, and a little bit about your family?
Yes. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me. My husband's name is Michael, and we have a little daughter named Evelyn, and she'll be 2 in a month. And we live in Orange County in Mission Viejo, and I am a stay-at-home mom, and my husband does web design, and we both help run a ministry called Gospel House, which is kind of like a young adult house church.
Very cool. Yay, awesome. And you also have a blog, am I right?
Yes, I am starting like a blog website on how to eat healthier, kind of like how to start out eating healthier and just making it really simple and easy to do that. So yeah, I've been working on that the past couple months, which I'm excited about.
Yes, me too. I'd love to talk a little bit about that too. Awesome, cool. Well, yeah, I like to talk to my guests about like their passions in life, whether that be just being a mom or other things. And so I guess I'd like to just start off asking you, what are some of your passions in life, and does being a mom fuel those things?
Yeah, so one of my main passions for a long time has been ministry. And I feel like being a mom has just like fueled that on its own in terms of like giving me deeper revelation of how God loves me and just really cool revelations to like share and to give to other people. So it's really like matured my ministry in a sense, and kind of like taking me in the next stage compared to like the young adults that I do ministry with to just like help them grow and to show them what's coming and bring them into a deeper place. So that's been really cool how it just helped my ministry. And I have an amazing mother-in-law who babysits Evelyn a lot so that I do have more free time to give to that since we do meet at night. So I'm super thankful for that. And being a mom has also created new passions for me, like the eating healthier. I started to really care more once I got pregnant. So I never really expected that to be a big passion of mine, but it really has. I'm really passionate about educating myself and educating others on how to eat better. And also created another passion to start a young mom's Bible study, because I feel like moms just don't have a lot of time for themselves. And so I want to create an environment where they're baby free and just get time to like relax and talk to other moms and get prayer and receive encouragement.
That is so cool. Did you always like kind of have a passion for ministry? And could you kind of take us on a journey just a little bit about your story in that regard, and also like when you found out you were a mom, like any like fears or things that came up in that process too?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, ministry I've been doing since I was 19, so like 8 years, and yeah, I have always had a heart for that. Um, it definitely like made it harder and something I had to get used to. It made it harder in the beginning, especially because everyone that we're around isn't even married, let alone having babies.
Yeah.
So I definitely had to miss out on some things, but I don't know. Now I just see the value in what I'm learning.
Sure.
And being a mom is just, the most satisfying thing to me. What was the other part of the question?
Just
the fears. Yeah. When we weren't trying to get pregnant, so I definitely had a lot of fears, and was just not wanting that or didn't feel ready. So yeah, definitely had a lot of fears, and it felt like bad timing. We had just moved back from ministry school at Bethel and had no money and living at our in-laws, and my mom had actually just passed away like a month before I got pregnant, so I was still dealing with that. So it was just very overwhelming, and I had an intense fear of labor and the pain of labor that I had to overcome.
Yeah.
But overcoming all those fears was just very empowering and matured me a lot and strengthened me a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
What were some of the things that you kind of encountered while like pushing through those fears? Like what things like helped you get through that?
I mean, the pain of labor, like that fear, I that's when I was learning a lot about the health stuff. So I really wanted a natural birth, and that really motivated me to like, all right, it's going to be painful, but I'd rather like me be uncomfortable than like kind of put her health at risk, or, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I wanted all the benefits of having a natural labor. So that really fueled me overcoming that fear. And it was so empowering. Like, I overcame one of my biggest fears with the Lord. And like, okay, if I could do that, I could do anything.
Wow.
And I think you need that being a mom. Like,
yeah,
all right,
for sure.
You need that in the beginning.
Totally. Yeah, no kidding. Because that's just the beginning, right? Like.
Yeah. And I never was the type of person who was like, oh, I can't wait to be a mom. And but once I had her and built that bond with her, like, it's just such a different love. You just can't help but to love them. So it just helps with all those fears of being a mom and how to parent, is just your love for them.
That's awesome. Okay, I would love for you to kind of share a little bit about your blog, if you're willing. I know it's still new, but I was so excited when you told me about it, because I'm very passionate about those things as well. It's not necessarily like something that I'm like ever going to blog about, but I love it, and I'm always looking for new things, new information to better myself and my baby. So could you kind of take us through that journey? Like, how did you come up with this? What's the name of your blog? Just all the details there.
So right now I just have the Instagram. I just started a few weeks ago. It's called Simply Wellthy, Well.
Clever. So kind of like, love it.
Well, yeah, my husband thought of the name.
Nice.
He's clever like that. So yeah, and then I'm working on like more than just a blog. It'll be a website, kind of like a resource or guide on how to start eating healthier, kind of like Eating Healthy 101. I'm really big about like changing how you think first, and then I think that your actions will just follow from there.
Yeah.
So my heart is really to educate people. As I educate myself, I just like, there's just something in me that I just have to share it with people. And so this is kind of my outlet. And I don't know a ton, and I'm not like a professional or a dietitian or anything, but what I've learned has helped me. Wow. And I know it can help other people. So it's just packaging that, and just, I really just want to educate people and help people live better to like reach their full potential in life. because unfortunately, like all her food and just even like beauty and
Yeah.
house products just are now showing like negative effects on her health. And a lot of people are totally unaware.
Yeah.
So it's really just bringing awareness and then bringing a solution or like other options
That's great.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Do you have like, I know this is totally like on the fly. I didn't plan to ask you this, so no pressure if you can't think of anything. But would you say there like, could you give us like maybe three top tips for you that have been helpful in getting healthy
Yeah.
that you could share with like, especially like new moms?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing is really just changing the quality of the food that you eat. So, because like how much we process our foods, it lacks a lot of nutrition.
Yeah.
Or, to keep a shelf life, they have to put all these preservatives, etc. So, really just changing, just upgrading the quality of your food will make a huge difference. So, for example, like the quality of your meat is really important. Getting grass-fed, grass-finished beef, organic chicken, and like grains, getting sprouted grains helps you be able to digest it better, which is important because so many people are like sensitive to gluten. So it gives you more nutrients and helps you to digest it. Sprouted grains, seeds, nuts, and beans should all be sprouted if possible, or sprouting your own.
Cool.
And another big one is raw dairy versus raw milk. So our pasteurization process actually kills pretty much all the nutrients in milk, and that's why they have to fortify it with vitamins. And so when you get raw milk, it's just unpasteurized. So you have all those good nutrients that you need. Plus you have the enzyme your body needs to even digest it.
Yeah.
Which is killed in,
right.
Normal milk. So that's why everyone's lactose intolerant or sensitive to that. So just making little changes like that make a huge difference.
That's great. Now, I have heard, well, at least when I was pregnant, that like using raw milk wasn't like you're not supposed to. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, yeah. They do want you to be careful, like having pasteurized cheeses and stuff. So, yeah, when you're pregnant, just to be safe, I think it's really rare, but yeah, just to be safe, have pasteurized cheese and dairy.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so I like to ask my guests how they stay inspired in the day-to-day, as well as how they manage their time. Do you have any tips and tricks for us on how you do that, like with managing being a mom and ministry and now your blog?
Yeah, I think the main thing for me, I call myself a nap Nazi, which means I just revolve my life around her getting her nap.
Yeah.
Because I do get that time alone, time for myself and to take care of my heart, to relax and think about life and eat and hang out with Jesus. So that's like a huge priority for me. And to do like Gospel House administrative stuff and Simply Wellthy is all during nap time. So that's probably the main thing. And also just communicating with my husband, like, hey, I need like a little bit of time. Like, can you hang out with her and watch her? Just asking for help. I think sometimes it's hard as a mom.
Yeah, totally.
But definitely asking for help is not being selfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's important for you to get that time.
For sure. That's really good. Now, are there certain ways, like you mentioned, taking care of your heart? Like, are there certain things that you do in order to take care of yourself in addition to those things?
Yeah, I think I'm really big on journaling because I'm like an external processor. So journaling, because it's easy to get caught up in busyness, but just to reflect on what's going on in my heart is important. Otherwise, I'll just, keep staying busy and
for sure,
not even think about it. So I would say journaling is a big outlet for that.
Awesome. Okay. Have you experienced mom guilt in your journey so far? And if you have, what are some ways that you overcome it?
Yes, I have. I feel like it's been worse the past few months.
Really?
As she's gone. Yeah.
Wow.
I think because, just as she's gotten older, just with like sugar everywhere and like TV shows and all that, like it's something that I thought I would have done differently.
Yeah.
But just didn't, because we've lived in community the whole time having her. And so I just have had less control over the environment. And so there's just, things she's like grown attached to that I was hoping wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it was just harder than I thought. But I would just feel guilt, like, oh, she's had so much sugar. She's watched too many shows. And I would just be hard on myself.
Yeah.
And lately, it's been a lot better, like just trying to think of the big picture and just doing the best that I can.
Yeah.
Is knowing that that's enough and I can only do so much. And like, long term, she'll probably be fine.
Yeah,
You know
totally.
I mean? And two, I would feel mom guilt about like getting stressed over little things or like kind of, letting things affect my mood. Just, little mom stuff, because she's almost 2, so she's getting more of an opinion.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
like letting it not affect my mood or affect my day has helped a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. Wow. I'm so interested to see how that feels like, because that's like kind of sad, like, or discouraging in a way, like that you feel it more intensely now that she's a little bit older, but that totally makes sense, right? Like there's seasons of our lives where we're going to feel things more intensely, and there's like, I just was thinking about this today and it kind of freaks me out, but it's also cool, like especially for like people that don't like change, like having a kid, like there's constant change, right? Like I was just thinking this morning, like, oh my gosh, like I'll never, not that I was never there was always things changing and growing in my life before, but like to a new level, there will never be like as much change like in my life as there is now, and forever, right? Like she'll be growing up, and so that's actually in a way encouraging too, to know that like you're gonna encounter stuff, you're gonna feel guilt in areas that you didn't think you would, or that you didn't even know was like possible, probably too. But to just remember, like, you're doing the best you can, and like,
and they're always like opportunity for growth,
right, for sure.
So that's one way I look at it.
That's a healthy way to view it, right? Like, I hope that that's how I approach all those situations. Like, oh, this is an opportunity to grow, Bree. So pay attention. That's so good. Okay, so when you hear the word legacy, what do you think about when you think about leaving a heritage and inheritance, legacy for your kids?
I think when I first think of legacy, I think of like some sort of family business, but I feel like having character is like so much more important than that, because like businesses come and go and money and whatever, but like,
sorry,
it's okay. I think having good character, like just in life and is so important, and you're just able to sustain certain blessings and all that. And also just loving Jesus well, like just raising up my kids in the Lord so that they raise up their kids in the Lord is definitely my biggest desire.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Okay, cool. And I like to end with some fun questions. This will be nice too, just with your growing blog and everything. But is there a favorite product for yourself or for your kiddo, or both, that in this season you're like, I could not live without this?
This season, I'm really thankful. I'll say a few things. Soundmaker from the get-go has been one of my favorite products.
What is it? Soundmaker?
Yeah. Like when she sleeps.
Is it like a is it
white
a
noise maker?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, that's like a must, because she was like not a heavy sleeper.
Yeah.
So, and we still use it. And like we've always lived in community, so I definitely always need like a white noise maker.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I'm just really thankful for, honestly, like healthier food that's more available, like little things. Like I don't give her normal juice, I only give her like green juice, and that's like kind of all she knows, and she likes it, and that's what she's used to. So just like foods like that, where it's just more available now, to where that's what I'm introducing to her.
Nice.
And she's just growing a taste for that and is used to that.
That's so good. Do you have like do you have specific like food products for kids that you've liked recently, like that we could maybe attach to the show notes?
Yeah. I mean, I give her the Suja green juice from Costco.
Cool.
But the one with less sugar. So there's one with like, it's like mango flavored and there's a lot. And then there's one without as much. And she loves kombucha, which I'm really thankful for. I know.
Dang, sophistication over here. That's awesome.
So that's great because that's fermented and there's a lot of good like probiotics in it. And I always use raw cheddar from Trader Joe's.
Oh, cool.
For like, you know, quesadillas. And then Trader Joe's also has this gluten-free brown rice quinoa pasta.
Oh, yes, that stuff's so bomb.
Yeah, so I give her that a lot. That's like my go-to.
Nice.
Like, I know she'll eat this.
Right.
But
there's still some protein in it. Like,
yes.
That's awesome.
And then another main one is Trader Joe's acai packets. They're unsweetened.
Ooh.
So there's no sugar in them. And I make a smoothie with that and almond butter and a banana and like raw cacao powder. And she loves it.
Ooh, delicious. I'm going to have to try that. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, next question would be a favorite holiday tradition that you have with your family that you want to share.
I've always loved putting ornaments on the tree.
Aww.
And it's fun because it's like the first year she's able to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was really fun. And she's obsessed with Belle right now from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
And
Get
so
it, girl. The
classic ornament.
Classic princess.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then the last one is a piece of advice you'd give to young moms.
Yeah, I think keeping your marriage a priority would be the best advice because I think as a mom, it's easy to just revolve your whole life around your child or children. And it's because like with children, it's like you can't help but to love them.
For sure.
And a marriage is more of a choice.
Yes.
And so I think making it a priority and just making your marriage a priority is super important.
That's really good. Yeah, I remember having a conversation with Brandon, like, before we had Bobby, like, realizing we're going to love this person naturally, like, more than we love each other, like, in a different way, but, like,
totally.
Hey, we have to remember, like, we're a team. And that was, like, I'm glad we like kind of front loaded that at the beginning because it's so true, like especially when stuff gets busy or you've got stuff going on, like it's easy to forget like date night or whatever. So, yeah, love that.
Totally. So good.
Aw, yay. Well, thank you so much for doing this. That was awesome.
Yeah, of course. It was
fun. Okay, so people can find you on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then you'll have your website soon?
Yes, hopefully in a couple months.
Well, awesome. We'll attach that to the show notes and so people can look at your face and you're simply wealthy.
Perfect.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in this week to my conversation with Deanna. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, all of the links to find out more about Simply Wellthy and Gospel House will all be available in the show notes. Be sure to check that out. You can also check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Mommispace, MOMMI, just like the podcast is spelled. You can get daily updates, find out who's been on the show and who will be on the show. It's really fun, and I'd love to see you there, love to talk to you. If you have any people that you think would be a great fit for the show, please email me at mommispace@gmail.com. I am always game to find more people and to get more connected. I'll end with just reminding you that if you enjoy this show, I would so appreciate a rating and review from you on iTunes. This is just a practical way we can get the word out to more mamas and feel a little bit more connected as a group. Mamas unite, am I right? Anyways, if you need help learning how to leave a review, I've left detailed instructions in the show notes as well, because I often have trouble with those kinds of things. So just in case, it's all there. And also, one last thing before I go, make sure you subscribe to this show on iTunes so you get every episode downloaded automatically to your mobile device or computer so you don't have to worry about updating it every week. I hope to see you next week, guys. Remember, you are loved, you are enough, and you're doing your very best. See you next time, Mama. Walking little stairs.